So you're not working the street corner tonight, I see.
I'm so sorry. What the hell is wrong with you?
And when I tell them the way I feel, it's like they hear me, but they really not listening.
Hold on to your hats, folks, because the winds of the Britney affair are blowing strong and bringing with them tales that'll have your jaws dropping. Ever felt the rush of being the first to know the juiciest celeb secrets? We'll dive in with Celebrity Pop and let's unravel the latest scandals together. Hit that subscribe button, turn those notifications on, and let the drama unfold. Britney Spears, the illustrious princess of pop, the voice behind numerous chart-topping hits, and the performer who redefined an era of music, has given us a rare glimpse into her personal life in her new memoir titled The Woman in Me. It's an intimate look into the chapters of her life, many of which remain concealed until now. One such revelation that has sent ripples across the entertainment world is Britney's disclosure of a deeply personal decision she made during her relationship with pop sensation Justin Timberlake. For those of us who remember the early 2000s, Britney and Justin were the epitome of young love in the limelight. Their union was widely celebrated, and their breakup left many pondering the reasons behind it. And now, with this revelation, we might have another piece of the puzzle. In an excerpt from the memoir published by People magazine, Britney shares that during their relationship, she faced an unexpected pregnancy. This was uncharted territory for the young couple, but what's particularly striking is Britney's portrayal of her own emotions. She states, "I love Justin so much. I always expected us to have a family together one day. This would just be much earlier than I'd anticipated." Yet, as the case in many relationships is, both partners didn't see eye to eye. According to Britney, Justin's reaction to the news was rooted in caution and perhaps fear. Justin definitely wasn't happy about the pregnancy. He said we weren't ready to have a baby in our lives, that we were way too young, Spears writes. According to a recent report by TMZ, Spears, in her own words, stated, "I'm sure people will hate me for this, but I agreed not to have the baby. I don't know if that was the right decision. If it had been left up to me alone, I would never have done it." And yet Justin was so sure that he didn't want to be a father. The magnitude of this event is evident in her declaration that undergoing the procedure was one of the most agonizing things she's ever experienced. Now, while the world grapples with this new insight into Spears' past, one can't help but wonder about Timberlake's stance. A twist in this tale is that Justin's representatives tried remaining tight-lipped, offering no comments when approached by Page 6. But where words are absent, sometimes actions speak. Sources who seem to be in the know revealed exclusively to Page 6 that the NSYNC heartthrob displayed a tangible anxiety about what Spears might reveal about their shared history. An insider noted, "It's eating at him." Yet it's intriguing to highlight that another source conveyed that Britney's tell-all wasn't intended as a takedown of any specific individual. Now, cast your mind back again to 2002 when the headlines were bursting with news of the high-profile breakup between Britney and Justin Timberlake. In an interview with the legendary Barbara Walters, Timberlake took a shot across the bow, hinting that the toxic singer might have strayed from their relationship. Spears, ever the enigma, neither confirmed nor refuted these claims. Fast forward to 2021, and the Emmy-nominated New York Times documentary Framing Britney Spears delved deep into these allegations. And while it did that, it also shone a rather unflattering light on the media's portrayal of the superstar. The ensuing discussions and scrutiny nudged Timberlake to step forward with a heartfelt mea culpa, expressing on Instagram, "I want to take accountability for my own missteps. I care deeply about the well-being of the people I love and have loved. I can do better, and I will do better." Yet the waves of support didn't end there. Later in the year, as Spears bravely broke her silence in court about her tumultuous 13-year conservatorship, Timberlake was one of the voices cheering her on. "What's happening to her is just not right," he passionately expressed on Twitter, urging Spears' family to mend their ways and grant her the freedom she yearned for. Now, while the world awaited a response from Britney to Justin's outreach, she remained silent on his specific posts. But in a perhaps nostalgic gesture, she did share snapshots of their past and danced to the beats of his tunes. On another note, while Britney is currently navigating the waters of divorce from Sam Asghari, Timberlake's love boat seems to be sailing smoothly. He and the talented Jessica Biel are relishing their time as parents to their two delightful sons, Silas and Phineas. Drawing back the curtains on yet another sensational revelation, it appears that Britney is taking a bold step into the limelight of authenticity. While her music is often played as the background score to many of our life's dramas, this time, she's flipping the script on her own narrative. You see, in her tell-all memoir, Spears spills the beans on a chapter of her life many thought was purely speculative. She candidly admits to a fleeting rendezvous with renowned dancer and choreographer Wade Robson. The name might ring a bell, as Robson later gained considerable attention for leveling accusations against the king of pop, Michael Jackson. And just before you take a quick break to refill your tea, let me drop this tidbit. Make sure to keep yourselves locked into the rhythm of celebrity pop. Dive into the spicy world of celebrity news with us, won't you? So how about clicking that like button, subscribing, and ringing the notification bell? Trust us, you wouldn't want to miss out on the latest entertainment buzz. Back to our unfolding drama, Spears recalls a specific evening that seems to have been painted with hues of passion and intrigue. We were out one night and we went to a Spanish bar. We danced and danced. I made out with him that night, she reveals. Now the backdrop to this confession gains deeper shades of gray when you factor in the whisperings of Timberlake's own escapades. Spears suggests that her fleeting encounter with Robson came on the heels of discovering that Timberlake might not have been entirely faithful himself. Oh, the tangled web celebrities weave. This literary sensation, now reigning at the top of the charts, doesn't stop there. Spears drops a hint, an atom bomb of speculation, suggesting that Timberlake may have been less than faithful with another celebrity. Whispers are running rampant, and in this massive puzzle, many are trying to fit the piece that reads Nicole Appleton. Remember the English girl group sensation All Saints? Appleton was a sparkling gem of that ensemble. A golden oldie from the archives, a newspaper clipping to be precise, that's making waves on social media gives us a snapshot from the past. Timberlake, a young heartthrob at 19, and Appleton, in her radiant 25, ducking down into a car, perhaps thinking they could dodge the ever-watchful eyes of the paparazzi. However, in Spears' narrative, she remains discreet, not explicitly naming Appleton, perhaps out of respect for the singer's current family life. A little trivia for those racking their brains, Appleton is mother to Gene, her son with Oasis legend Liam Gallagher, and the charming little Skipper with her present partner, Stephen Haynes. Switching gears to another chapter of this unfolding drama, some might recall the heat Timberlake found himself under. The whispers, they've always hinted that Spears possibly strayed during their iconic 3-year stint together. Fuel was added to this firestorm when Timberlake unveiled his chart-topping Crimea River in 2003, not long after the couple split. That music video? Oh, it was a masterstroke in generating buzz. Featuring a model bearing a striking resemblance to Spears, the visuals threw shade, hinting at infidelity. Spears, never one to shy away from speaking her mind, spilled the beans to Rolling Stone about Timberlake giving her a heads up about his controversial video. In her words, he got what he wanted. I think it looks like such a desperate attempt, personally. Yet she tipped her hat to his strategic genius, admitting, but that was a great way to sell the record. He's smart. And just when you thought you had a clear picture, another layer of intrigue gets peeled back in the Britney affair saga. Here's a twist you might not have seen coming. Songwriter Annette Artani, a name you might recognize as the co-writer behind Britney's melancholic ballad Every Time, has dropped a rather astonishing claim. Speaking to TMZ, Artani suggested that the relationship between the songstress and choreographer Wade Robson was, well, let's just say, a tad more in-depth than previously thought. While the Princess of Pop's freshly penned memoir delves into that fateful bar night, characterizing it as nothing more than a fleeting moment of shared passion, Artani begs to differ. She asserts that the dalliance wasn't just a one-time rendezvous. It went on for quite a while, she remarked. Interesting, right? What's particularly intriguing here is the stark contradiction between Spears' account and Artani's recollections. If you flip through the pages of Spears' memoir, you'll find her recollection where she describes the event as a mere made-out-that-night affair. In a moment of openness, she also mentions coming clean to Justin Timberlake about the slip, hoping to leave it in the past. But here's the real tea, folks. According to Artani, Britney supposedly penned a 14-page letter to Robson prior to calling it quits. Now, I'm no relationship expert, but doesn't a 14-page letter sound like more than just a casual commentary on a singular smooch at a bar? Artani certainly thinks so, quipping, I think it's deeper also because they were all friends. I think it's much more complicated than to say we tap-kissed at the end of the bar one night. Now, while many might believe Timberlake saw Spears' supposed unfaithfulness as his escape hatch, songwriter Artani speculated differently. Picture a young, charismatic pop sensation right at the zenith of his fame, perhaps not entirely keen on being tethered down in a serious relationship. And what might seem like a golden ticket to freedom presents itself. Artani suggests that Justin might have thought, why not take the opportunity? But of course, that's just one side of the coin, and one can't help but wonder what really went down behind the closed doors of pop royalty. Now let's fast forward a bit. Spears, in her gripping new book, recounts a particular sting, revealing that Timberlake chose the digital route to end the relationship. That's right, a text. If this were a group chat among friends, one might interject with a, he did what now? Spears paints a vivid emotional landscape, describing herself as being in a comatose state while Justin was seemingly out and about, savoring the Hollywood high life. Now, amid these tantalizing tidbits, Timberlake has been, shall we say, radio silent. Not a tweet, not a statement. leaving us all on the edge of our seats, hungry for his side of the story. However, Spears, always the queen of candidness, took to social media, aiming to pacify any brewing storms. With a sincerity that's quintessentially Britney, she declared her intention behind the book was not to ruffle feathers. Her exact words, "My book's purpose was not to offend anyone by any means." As we wrap up this segment of enthralling celeb tales, remember folks, you don't want to miss out on any sizzling updates from the world of glitz and glamour. So what's the secret recipe to staying in the loop? Well, just keep it locked with Celebrity Pop. Give that like button a tap, subscribe, and don't forget to ring that bell. See you in the next one.